We're talking about a 1999 Washington quarter with a little P mint mark that recently sold for a mind-blowing $91,000. Yeah, you heard that right. 25 cents turned into a college tuition, so grab your coin jar, shake out the couch cushions, and check your pockets. You might be carrying a mini fortune without even knowing it. Alright, let's break this down. The coin we're talking about is the 1999 P Washington quarter, and that little P means it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, 1999 was the kickoff year for the 50-state quarters program. You know, those quarters that made us all feel like collectors even if we didn't know what we were doing. I remember being a kid, flipping over every quarter to see if I had the Delaware one yet, like I was Indiana Jones or something. But here's the twist. Not all 1999 P quarters are created equal. The one worth $91,000 is special because it's what collectors call a mule error. Sounds fancy, right? A mule is when two different dies, like two completely different designs, get smashed together during minting, creating a one-of-a-kind Frankenstein coin. The 1999 P quarter in question was struck with a quarter reverse, but a Sacagawea dollar obverse. That's like ordering a cheeseburger and getting a taco bun and spaghetti inside. It's weird, it's rare, and collectors love weird, rare stuff. Now, that specific error coin is rare with a capital R. Only a handful have been discovered. The one that sold for $91,000 was in near-perfect condition, graded super high, and basically looked like it came out of a time machine. So if your quarter looks like it got chewed by your dog or went through the wash 40 times, maybe don't expect a mansion. But here's where it gets fun. Even normal 1999 P quarters can be worth money under the right conditions. If yours is in mint state, hasn't been circulated, and still shines like a vampire in sunlight, collectors may pay a few $100. And if it's one of those funky mules, jackpot. Now, let me tell you a quick story. I was once digging through a drawer looking for batteries, you know, like all good treasure hunts begin, and I came across this old sandwich bag full of quarters. I was about to dump them into a Coinstar when I remembered hearing something about a valuable Delaware quarter. I pull one out. Boom! 1999 P. My heart starts pounding. I'm already planning what color my new car will be. I checked the details. Turns out it was just a regular one, worth 25 cents. I still used it to buy gum, but for about 30 seconds I was a millionaire in my head. So what's the takeaway here? Next time you get change back from the grocery store, don't just toss it in the car cup holder. You could be holding something rare and incredibly valuable. Look for that 1999 P mint mark. Look for weird design errors. If your quarter seems funky or just too perfect to be real, have it checked out by a coin grading service. You never know, your pocket change could become your payday. And if you're into this kind of stuff, coins that could be worth serious money, hidden gems in your change, and fun stories with a dash of ridiculous luck, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got way more coin tips, tricks, and tales coming your way. Thanks for watching, and may your change always be strange, in the best way possible. Have you ever found a quarter in your couch cushions and thought, could this little guy be my ticket to retiring on a tropical island? Well, today I'm going to talk about a quarter that's worth way more than your average pocket change. Like way more. I'm talking $91,000 kind of more. Yeah, you heard that right, $91,000 for a 2000 D mint mark Washington quarter.
No joke.
Stick around and I'll tell you why this humble little coin is basically the golden ticket of quarters. Alright, so first off, let's set the scene. The Washington quarter is like the rock star of US coins. Been around since 1932, bearing George Washington's profile, you know, the guy who chopped down the cherry tree and all that. Most quarters? Worth 25 cents, obviously. But sometimes the mint throws in a twist like a rare variety or an error, and suddenly that 25 cents is more like 25 grand. Or in this case, 91 grand. So, what's special about the 2000 D mint mark quarter? Well, the D means it was minted in Denver, and this particular coin is part of a very rare die variety or error, something that only a handful of collectors have spotted and coveted. It might look like your everyday shiny quarter, but if it's authentic and in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, quick story. I once found a quarter that looked pretty beat up in a jar at my grandma's house. I thought, just some old coin, probably worth $1 or $2. Turns out, After I posted a pic in a coin collector group, someone said, "Whoa, that's a rare variety, worth like 500 bucks. Not exactly $91,000, but hey, it paid for a nice dinner and a couple of beers, so I'll take it." Moral of the story? Always check those quarters carefully. You never know what treasure is hiding in plain sight. Back to the 2000D quarter, collectors go crazy for it because of its rarity and the mystery surrounding how many were actually minted or survived in top condition. It's like finding a rare Pokemon card, but shinier and with George Washington's face. This coin can fetch $91,000 in the market if it's graded highly by experts. That means no scratches, no dents, and perfect strike quality. You might be thinking, okay, sounds cool, but how many of these bad boys are out there? The truth is very few, and that scarcity is what drives up the price. Plus, demand is high because collectors and investors see it as a solid, tangible asset, kind of like the stock market but way cooler because you can actually hold it. If you're a casual collector or just someone who likes to keep an eye out for hidden gems in your pocket change, this coin is one to know about. It's a reminder that sometimes the things we overlook could be worth a fortune. Like that one time I ignored my mom's advice and almost threw out a box of old coins. Spoiler, I didn't throw it out, and it saved me from eternal regret. So what's the takeaway? The 2000D Mint Mark Washington quarter is not just any quarter. It's a potential jackpot in your pocket. If you find one, get it graded, protect it, and maybe, just maybe, start planning that tropical vacation. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. I'm here to share more tips, stories, and strategies on coins that are actually worth something, because who doesn't want to turn pocket change into a payday? Drop a comment below if you've ever found a coin that surprised you with its value. Let's swap stories, and who knows, maybe your story will be the next one that inspires someone to check their couch cushions a little more carefully. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Keep hunting those treasures. We're talking about one quarter that might just make you do a double take, the 2003D Mint Mark Washington quarter. You heard that right. A quarter worth not just pocket change, but a whopping $91,000. Yeah, almost enough to buy a small island or at least a fancy coffee machine that never runs out of beans. Alright, buckle up, because I'm going to take you on a fun ride through what makes this ordinary-looking quarter an absolute treasure, how you might spot one, and what's up with that crazy price tag. So, picture this. You're digging through your old coin jar, maybe looking for some spare change to pay for parking, and bam, you find a 2003D quarter. At first, you think, meh, just another dime a dozen coin. But wait, this little guy is no ordinary quarter. It's actually one of the rarest quarters ever minted, and collectors are losing their minds over it. Why is it so rare? Well, the 2003D quarter was accidentally made with a silver planchet instead of the usual copper nickel. It's basically a quarter with a secret identity. Looks normal, but underneath it's pure silver gold. That means this quarter weighs more and shines brighter than its run-of-the-mill cousins. Mint goof-ups like this don't happen often, which is why collectors pay big bucks for them. Now, let me tell you a quick story. One time, my buddy Dave was cleaning out his old stuff and found a 2003D quarter. He showed me, all casual-like, expecting me to say, "Cool coin, dude." But when I told him it could be worth around $91,000, yes, 91 grand, he nearly dropped it. I mean, who wouldn't want to accidentally stumble onto something that could pay off your car loan or maybe even fund a weekend getaway? But before you start shaking your piggy bank, keep in mind that not every 2003D quarter is going to be worth this much. Condition is king here. Coins that are pristine, with no scratches, dents, or discoloration, get the collectors drooling. And obviously, the silver planchet version is the rare one. Most 2003D quarters are just regular old quarters. So, if you find one, get it appraised by a pro before you make any plans to retire early. Now, let's talk current market value. Right now, these rare 2003D silver quarters have been selling at auctions and private sales for up to $91,000. Yep, almost six figures for a coin that fits in your pocket. Crazy, right? This shows the wild side of coin collecting. Sometimes a tiny mistake can turn into a massive payday. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip. Always check your coins carefully and keep an eye on the details. Sometimes what looks like a regular quarter could be hiding a rare gem. And if you're lucky enough to find one, take good care of it. Store it properly and don't toss it around like loose change. Alright folks, if you enjoyed this little treasure hunt and want to keep learning about coins that could make you rich, or at least give you some cool stories to tell, hit that subscribe button. I drop coin value secrets, collecting hacks, and money-making strategies that you won't want to miss. Got any weird or lucky coin stories yourself? Drop them in the comments. Let's keep this coin chat rolling. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your pockets jingling, and who knows, your next find might just be worth a fortune. We're diving into the story of this wild coin, how it got so valuable, and what you should keep an eye out for in your own coin stash. Spoiler alert, it might just be hiding in your pocket change. Alright, let's kick things off with a quick intro. The 2004 Washington Quarter is nothing new. It's part of the State Quarter series that was super popular back in the early 2000s. You probably had a handful in your piggy bank or lost one behind your couch cushions. But the version with a P-Mint mark that's worth $91,000? That's the unicorn in the coin world. Extremely rare and super special, so why is this coin so darn valuable? It all comes down to a minting error. The 2004 P Quarter was only produced in very limited numbers at the Philadelphia Mint, and the ones with a P-Mint mark were basically an accident. Typically, quarters from the Philadelphia Mint don't carry a mint mark at all. That's reserved for Denver, D, San Francisco, S, and so on. So when you find a 2004 quarter with a P on it, you're holding a rare minting fluke. Collectors love those kind of mistakes because rarity equals value. Here's a little fun fact. These error quarters weren't even supposed to exist in circulation. Imagine finding one while buying a coffee or paying for your groceries. That's the dream, right? In fact, a buddy of mine once told me he found a crazy rare penny while buying a candy bar, and the cashier thought he was joking when he said it was worth more than the candy itself. The cashier just gave him the change like nothing happened. That's the kind of luck we're talking about here. Now, the market for coins like this can be unpredictable, but the 2004 P Quarter has held its value strong because it's a certified rarity. When these coins come up for auction, they create quite the buzz, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks for a piece of numismatic history. The current market value? Around $91,000. Yep, that's enough to make you rethink every quarter you've ever tossed into a jar. But before you go digging through every pocket and drawer, remember, condition matters a ton. Coins that are scratched, dirty, or worn down won't fetch nearly as much. The value really jumps if your coin is in pristine, mint condition and has been verified by professional grading services. So, if you think you might have won, get it checked out before you go shouting from the rooftops. Here's a quick tip for you. Always keep your eyes peeled for coins with unexpected mint marks or strange features. You never know when a little mistake from the mint could turn your ordinary pocket change into a treasure chest. Also, store your coins carefully. And please, no rinsing them with soap or polishing them shiny. That actually lowers the value. Alright, to wrap things up, if you want to learn more about coins that might be worth serious money, or how to spot these rare gems before anyone else, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I've got tons of tips, stories, and guides coming your way that'll help you turn your coin collection into a gold mine. Well, maybe not gold, but definitely close. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Next time you find a quarter on the street, think twice before you toss it in the fountain. It might just be your ticket to $91,000. Catch you in the next video, and we're diving into the story of the 2008 D-Mint mark Washington Quarter Dollar. A coin that's making jaws drop with a current market value of a whopping $91,000. Yeah, you heard me right. $91,000 for a quarter. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's get cracking. Alright, let's kick things off with why this coin is such a superstar. The 2008 D Washington Quarter isn't just your average pocket change. This quarter is a rare gem, and when I say rare, I mean needle in a haystack rare. The Denver Mint churned out millions of quarters in 2008, but this specific variety has a unique twist. Some clever collectors notice subtle but important minting errors and varieties that make this quarter super special. Think of it like finding a typo in the dictionary that suddenly turns it into a collector's dream. Now, before you start tearing apart your couch cushions, let me share a quick story. I once found what I thought was a lucky quarter in my grandma's old coin jar. I was convinced I'd struck gold, or at least something worth a decent pizza. Turns out it was just a regular 2008 quarter. No fancy mint mark or crazy error. Still, I was hooked on the hunt, and that's what I love about coins. Every single one has a story, and some stories are worth tens of thousands of dollars. Back to our star quarter. The $91,000 value doesn't come from just any old 2008 D quarter. This price tag belongs to an ultra-rare error variety or a pristine, professionally graded coin that's basically a mint-condition unicorn. Grading is like the coin version of getting a beauty pageant crown. The better the grade, the higher the value. So, if your quarter looks like it's been through a washing machine with your socks, well, maybe don't quit your day job just yet. The takeaway? If you stumble upon a 2008 D Washington quarter that looks flawless or has a funky minting error, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. But hey, no stress. Not every coin will make you rich overnight. Sometimes, it's just about the thrill of the find and the stories behind these tiny pieces of history. Before you dash off to raid your coin jars, here's a little nugget of wisdom. Always get your coins professionally appraised and graded. You don't want to end up like me, staring at a quarter and dreaming big without the facts to back it up. Alright folks, if you love geeking out about coins that could make your wallet sing, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. I've got tons more tips, tricks, and stories about coins that might just be hiding in your pocket right now, waiting to turn into treasure. Don't miss out, your next big score could be just a video away. What if I told you that a little piece of metal you might have tossed in your pocket back in 2018 could actually be worth a jaw-dropping $91,000 today? Yeah, I'm talking about the 2018 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. Sound crazy? Stick around, because this coin story is wilder than your last family reunion. Alright, let's kick things off with a quick intro. The 2018 P Mint Mark Washington quarter isn't just your everyday quarter. While most quarters are, well, just quarters, this one has a secret sauce, a super rare error or unique feature that collectors go absolutely nuts for. It's like finding out your basic old coffee mug is actually a priceless antique from a secret royal collection. Mind-blowing, right? So, what makes this 2018 P quarter worth $91,000? Here's the deal. It's not just about being old or shiny. It's about rarity and condition. This particular quarter has some crazy minting error that slipped past the US Mint inspectors. Maybe it's a double die, a misprint, or some weird off-center strike. Errors like these make coins incredibly rare and highly collectible. Collectors call it the holy grail of modern quarters because it's so unexpected in a year like 2018. A year when most coins just get spent on gum or vending machines. Now, quick personal story. A few years ago, I was helping a friend sort through his loose change jar. You know, the money pile that's supposed to add up but never does. I grabbed a random quarter to flip and check, and I swear, I thought I saw something weird. Turns out it was a minor mint error, not the $91,000 kind, but enough to get my friend excited. We spent the afternoon looking up coin errors, and it was like unlocking a treasure map right in his living room. That's how cool coin collecting can be. You never know when you're holding a small fortune. Back to the 2018 P Mint Mark quarter. If you happen to find one in pristine condition, maybe tucked away in a collector's album or passed down from a coin-savvy relative, don't just toss it in your change jar. Get it professionally appraised, because that $91,000 number, it's real, and it's waiting for someone smart enough to spot it. Before I let you go, here's the real takeaway. Coin collecting isn't just about nostalgia or saving pennies. It's about discovering hidden gems that could make your day or your bank account. So, whether you're a newbie or a seasoned collector, keep your eyes peeled, your fingers nimble, and your sense of humor intact. Because who knows? The next big score could be sitting right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this little coin adventure and want more tips on spotting coins worth serious money, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. I promise to keep the coin wisdom flowing and the jokes coming. Thanks for hanging out. Now go check your change.